Diff3 in the Twitch chat. How's it going, sir? We got Sai in the YouTube chat. Sai managed to beat the bot. Good job. Diff3 has played 2 games since last time. Nice. What did you play? And Complexus is here as well. Yeah, I was just posting in a Discord, making sure people knew I was here. A little bit later than usual, but still, we are part of the pre-7 squad. Diff3, Complexus, Sai, thank you for being here. How are you getting on, sir? How have you been since the roller coaster of the dog? Oh, I'm still in my work shirt. Not in one of my usual corn tops. Well, this is going to have to do for now. Diff3 has been painting some assassins for my Black Templar. Wait. How did your games go though, Diff3? Did you get a win? Did you get a win on the board? Who were you playing? Sai, I have no idea how I'm going to prime my model. What are the options, Sai? I guess it's pretty cold outside, right? So maybe you're going to have to do a little bit of a airbrush primer. It's Coco, isn't it? Had a follow-up today. Okay. Vetted for 2 years had a heart murmur, but today she does not. Okay, that's good. Good stuff, good stuff. Patrick! Evening all, evening all, evening all. Ooh. How you doing, Patrick? How's your weekend been, sir? Sai, don't own an airbrush. Oh dear, oh dear. Neither did I till this time last week when tech support stepped up and sent me one. Warm up a rattle can under warm water. The problem is, if you're spraying outside and it's really cold, even if you warm it up, it cracks as it dries. Got the Calidus and the one that blows up. Nice, Eversaw. Ah, the wind is causing you problems, so not ideal. Raven's here as well. Hey, hey. Hey, hey, Raven. You've gained a ring, but you've lost a life. Good to have you here, Raven. How have you been? You been up to much? How are you doing today, buddy? I'm alright, thank you. Been very, very busy. As you can see, I've not even had time to get out of my work clothes. Just turn the computer on and away we go. You tried the airbrush? Not yet. I'm waiting till I'm all set up downstairs. And I may even give it a go on the stream so you can watch me learn as we go. Bouncy, bouncy, gonna have a good time. Bouncy, bouncy, shoes all in a line. How's it going, Mr. Swords? Raven finished the statue over the weekend. Just chilling currently. On to more painting soon. Good stuff, good stuff. What's the more painting then, Raven? What's on the to-do list? Yes, trying to paint something a little bit different to what you usually paint. Got an ETA for the move downstairs? Well, at the weekend, I took everything that was in that room that didn't need to stay and shifted it. And I then assembled 4 bookcases to put all my Warhammer in. So if we move the camera over to the shelves in this room, what you will be able to see, instead of my Tyranids and my Necrons and my Orcs, you can see that lonely empty shelves because it is all downstairs. But as you can see, this room is still full of stuff. So at the weekend, I'm going to shift everything from here down there, and then we will have liftoff. The whole gang is here. Yeah, there's a good amount of colourful names in the chat, which is nice. Do you guys get to choose that colour then, or does it just assign you a random colour? Does anybody know? Never really thought about that. And I have Grey Knights, Custodes and Iron Warriors. What, all on the to-do list? Nice, that'll keep you busy. Keep boredom locked up till lunch. And you've bought the 2 Emperor's Children boxes. Yeah, I've got one of the most recent Emperor's Children boxes, I think, somewhere. Be down there somewhere. Nice, did you get the Billy bookshelves? Billy. I think they were Billy from B&Q. I think they were Billy. They were a good price, to be fair. Got a good deal. I got 4 6-shelf bookshelves for 180 quid. The best way to not deal with the backlog is to pretend it doesn't exist. That's what I do, Oliver. So long, so long, so long. How you getting on? See, this stream is what helps me get through the backlog. That's why I'm here. So that I can find other backlog sufferers and we can suffer together. Get the likes up, people. Thank you, Bouncing. Appreciate that. It's all grey names here. Well, what, in the overlay on the screen where it also says the subscriber goal? Or have you got some sort of colourblind situation going on where you only see grayscale? You've done some impressive painting if you can only see grey. Just realised that it put my name as yellow. Yes, it knew. And it looks like Complexus is also a secret Imperial Fist. Was looking at the new Khorne Battle Force, 36 models of Chaos Madness. Ooh, you tempted? If you're tempted by the Khorne, usually I've got a Khorne top on, but today this is office chic. I need to find my Khorne top. I mean, this is still the introduction to the stream saying hello to everyone. Is the room downstairs similar size to the one you're in? It's probably twice as big, which is good. So hopefully going to fit lots of stuff in there. There's a cross trainer in there, which is interesting. Maybe we can incorporate that into the stream somehow. Painting on a cross trainer. It's available on pre-order. Yeah, I saw them go live. Oh, we got Wilson Family Jewellery. I don't believe I've seen you here before. Starting an Eldar army. Painted like Necrons. Nice. Any advice for a first-time player of Eldar? I think Complexus has got a good bit of Eldar. Anybody else got any advice for an Eldar player? I've got some Dark Eldar. Or Drakari as they are known nowadays. Although, I have not even assembled them yet. They are predominantly still in boxes, waiting for me to move into the new stream room, which will happen next week. But thank you for being here, Wilson. How did you find the stream? And what made you decide Eldar was the one for you, sir? Complexus, not too tempted. Got eyes on new Eldritch Raiders. Ah, yes. They go on pre-order this weekend, right? I think all the Maelstrom stuff is this weekend, I think. Did you watch the Super Bowl last night? No, because it was on very, very late here. And I've only watched 12 minutes of highlights so far. So I don't know what the score was. But that's keeping the highlights interesting, because I don't know who did what. I know what the result was. But yeah, I'm going to finish watching those highlights later on. Eldar are great. Well, there you go. And that's the bottom line, because Complexus said so. There's a Drakari Maelstrom box I got eyes on too. Yeah, I think the Drakari Maelstrom box is like predominantly stuff you would already have as a Drakari collector, right? Games Workshop wants all my money this year. New Defiler model. Oh, have they released a new Defiler model? Has that happened today? I always jump on this stream and miss what's been released on a Monday. Warhammer. Ooh, cheeky cheeky. New Defiler stomps onto the battlefield. Oh, okay. Yeah, they've gone for like a obliterator style thing with the more like skin, flesh. Interesting. Not entirely sure how I feel about that. Oh, Wilson family has just subscribed to me on YouTube. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Popped up on my homepage. I wanted something futuristic, something easy to paint, and I found some nice. I look forward to watching you on your journey into Warhammer. What made you choose Warhammer? Did you play some of the games, read some of the books, maybe have some friends that are also playing? Bouncing. I'd rather watch proper rugby. Did you watch the Six Nations at the weekend bouncing? Still a little surprised the Buffalo Bills didn't get to the Super Bowl. Ooh, Complexus fired up the Discord link for anybody that does not currently exist in the Discord. It's a good fun place to be. Show us what you're working on, take a look around, ask questions, have a bit of a chat, a bit of a laugh. Wilson family, if you want to join the Discord, you'll be more than welcome. Wow, Complexus is going for a massive Ynnari army. Ynnari army! Ynnari army! Perfect for your Death Guard. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at it and I kind of like... I'm not instantly impressed, to be honest. Ah, have they got it in different schemes? No. That's interesting. So it comes with the ability to be made as any of the 4 major Chaos Gods, I assume, by that picture. So you can give it like a corn head. Now that's interesting to me. I just don't like that flesh body. It looks odd. Maybe it'll grow on me. Maybe it's a grower. Maybe it is more so a grower than a shower. Arnold, the goose, is in the house. Taking the likes up to double figures. Thank you very much, Arnold. Appreciate that. Hey, Arnold. Move it, football head. Bouncing, you were working when the Six Nations was on. What were you doing? What were you up to on a Saturday evening? Sigh, your package of skulls finally arrived at the weekend. Good stuff. Have you assembled any of the skulls yet? Wilson used to play a long time ago, 15 years ago. Got priced out because it was expensive, and now I'm an adult, I can afford it. Nice. Good stuff, Wilson. So what was your first ever army? And Wilson has joined the Discord, and so I have given you a role. You now have permissions to everything. Take a look around, get involved. You'll see that there's plenty going on. There's usually a few models a day, which is a nice pace to have a look at what people are working on. See, I prefer the Chaos Mutilators. I hope they don't go down the line of making every Chaos thing have a load of flesh showing. Well, I don't want flesh. Keep your flesh inside your armour, please, boys. I'm not talented enough to paint good flesh. That's primary issue number 1. Numero uno. Sai is putting a few skulls on miniatures right now. Good stuff. Usually it's at this point I look over to my models and pick one to paint, but they're all downstairs. Have you seen the Nidophila? That's what I was just reviewing, Arnold. It's very fleshy. So that follows the Mutilators as being fleshy. Flesh is simple. It's just the same method of tricks and nonsense and painting mostly anything else. Layering, highlighting, shading, etc. Slaith! Thank you for joining, sir. I'm looking forward to the Slaith skin painting tutorial. I want to see flesh being sculpted and shaded at the same time, with one hand a dumbbell and in the other hand a paintbrush. That sounds like a Slaith kind of stream to me. How's it going, sir? How have you been? How are things in Canada land? Haha, this ain't no golden demon, brev. I haven't painted for a few days. I got bored of Bloodclaw Grind. Can't start anything else till I finish them. Okay. Setting boundaries. Setting goals, setting boundaries. To reduce the expansion of the grey. Howdy, 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 BC Apex Nerd. How's it going? How have you been? What have you been up to? Sorry about that. I was filling the Discord with stuff. You been in the Discord? Did you see that I'd printed one of the 3D prints, the dragon, the skeletal dragon? Thought it looked pretty cool when it was done. So you're not going to build or paint any miniatures today? I am. I'm just going to have to fetch them from downstairs. So somebody name an army, and if I have that army, I'll either make it or paint it. Let's see what we get the votes for. Got a couple of Kill Team Dead Silence boxes on the way. Randomly popped up as available again, so Complexus went for it. Nice. And Wilson's first army was Imperial Guard. Nice. I'm looking forward to seeing what you do with your Eldar. Have you picked a colour scheme for the Eldar, Wilson? See, I'm tempted by Eldar. My main problem is I'm tempted by everything. Jason, afternoon or good evening for you all. Yes, it is just gone 7 PM here, Jason. But welcome to the stream. Are you a Warhammer kind of fella, Jason? A little bit of a fan of the plastic, perhaps? Black Country Apex Nerd is fighting a chest infection. That is not fun. That seems to be something that's quite commonplace this winter. It's been a wet, dull, dreary winter, and a lot of British people seem to be struggling with it. Orc. Simon votes for Orc. Sigh. Nice vote. Anybody else got an army they're interested in? Or is Orc going to be the one and only... Haha, Lazy's here. I actually have Lazy doing his war, his call to arms in the style of an Orc. Which is on this button here. If anybody else wants to get their war on the on my soundboard, send me an MP3 on Discord and I'll upload it. If I get enough of them, we can have a little game of Guess the War Cry, which would be nice. Wow, Complexus, you got a lot of stuff on the way, sir. I look forward to seeing it. And Jason is painting Krieger plastic crack. Nice. Is that your first entry into the plastic department, or is this one of many, Jason? What else have you got? What have you got? What's the pile look like, sir? Arnold reacted to it as well. Ah, yeah, I remember actually. Good to see you liked it. Not made by me, just found it. Yeah, but I appreciate you going on the mission for the Enchanted Jungle or whatever it's supposed to be called that I always get wrong. Summit Forest, Magical Garden. I can't remember. Lazy, how you doing, man? Gonna start painting the speaker casing for the stage. Nice. Sounds good to me. Right, looks like Orcs. Necron colours. So by Necron colours you mean what, like a goldy bronze on silver? Put a render in the Discord. Ooh, right. Let me have a look. Let me have a look. So we've got Arnold who's chucked the Defiler in there. The fleshy Defiler, the Defiler of flesh. Necron-inspired Eldar. Plenty of metal and green, glowing. I like it. I like that. Pretty nice. Look forward to seeing it. Did you render that? We got Wilson, the talented renderer. I like it. Jason has got many Tyranids, blueberries, and some Trench Crusade. Awesome! Tell you what, Jason, if you fancy chucking some in the Discord, just type !Discord, you'll get a link. And we can have a little look. Just like Wilson did a few minutes ago. Fantasy Forest. I like that, it's got a nice ring to it. Not a fan of the word forest, though, in this household. For certain football-related reasons. Nicely done, Jason. Straight in there. Straight in there with the Discord. So, it looks like a few of you want to see some Orcs. So, I'm going to look on my to-do pile. I don't think I've got any Orcs left to make, so it looks like we'll be painting. Nice. Complexus has posted some Space Wolves. You've got an outrageous amount of Space Wolves now, sir. Jason has already joined us in the Discord. You now have all the permissions. So have a look around, get involved. Digital artist. Boxing and Lucha Libre enthusiast. Nice. You been watching any AAA, Jason? Con artist is here as well. Hello. Hello there. How are you getting on? Wow, you've got 132 LEDs for it. The instructions are in Chinese. Well, that's nothing that your phone can't handle. A little bit of Google Translate. Did you develop a fear of tuning your guitars? Oh, dude. The high E string, the thin string. I tune it like this. I can just hear it now. Beep, beep. Oh man, and they hurt when they catch you as well. Absolutely, but I'm a CMLL fan. What's one of those, Jason? I am not fully up on my Lucha Libre stuff. So long, I have an electric and an acoustic. Be good to see them in the Discord, sir. What are they? What electric and which acoustic do you have? Anybody else got any instruments? This has literally just become a talking stream now. The first sort of hour is usually quite a lot of talking, and then people settle down into their making and painting. But I love a good bit of chat, as long as you guys are happy with that. AI generated, wow, even the AI's done a good job there, and that's not always the case. Which part of the UK are you in? I am from Derby. I'm from the very middle of England. Are you from the UK, Jason? Jason and Wilson, the two new people in today's stream who are getting involved and have both joined the Discord. Whereabouts are you from? Where on this blue and green marble that floats throughout space do you reside? Elder could warp into a Necron temple, nice. You had it snapped when tuning down. I mean, that is impressive. That's some rusty old strings you've got there. Sai's got a banjo. Lovely. Sat there strumming his banjo. Lovely jubbly. 132 LEDs in a 2x3 space that should react to the music. Wow, what made you design that, Lazy? Have you got a bit of electrical engineering? A bit of brain smarts? Complexus has been watching AAA. Dom versus Vikingo in 2 weeks. Okay. Will Dom's hair be on the line? Do you reckon he's got bored of the long hair? At the very least, that tash should be on the line, right? Ooh, BC Apex Nerd's got a signed guitar he's going to post in the Discord. So long. Alvarez Acoustic and a Yamaha Pacifica. Nice! The Yamaha Pacifica is the guitar I learnt to play guitar on. Because I went to Yamaha Music School. Nice guitar. Pacifica is an entry-level guitar. It's got a humbucker on the bridge. Like, get some really nice sounds out of that for an entry-level guitar. Complexus, acoustic bass, biscuit bass, buttery biscuit bass. Wow, you're getting sax lessons, Complexus. That should be interesting. I do not envy your neighbours. Your wife studied at King's College, London. I'm Canadian, but immigrated to Mexico. Families from Saltcote, Scotland. Wow. You have a I bet you'd have one hell of a result on like a DNA website. That would be very interesting on like an ancestry website or something like that. My ancestry is pretty boring. It's Britain and Scandinavia, and that's it. Not a big fan of travelling. Came as a kit. Oh, really? Wow, nice. Was part of the pre-match smack talk. Ooh, lovely. Right, let me go grab something to paint. And you guys have voted for orcs, so I'm going to see if I've got an orc somewhere to paint. Or make one, but I don't think I have any orcs on the make pile, actually. Right, I can't see any orcs on the to make list, so I'm going to go grab one to paint. Complexus, I just got your message in Discord about the grey names. Look right at the very, very top of that screenshot, Complexus. Almost, that's the kit. I'm going to customise it for the orc stage. Oh, nice. That is pretty cool. I like it. Wilson, I've been doing my ancestry for the last 2 weeks. How's it going, Wilson? You found anything interesting? Where's this signed guitar then? Come on, BC Apex Nerd, you can do this. I believe in you. Ooh, look at that. Arnold's just posted a Mechanicum cat. I like it. Complexus, you've got an outrageous amount of plastic on the way. So long as G-String's giving him the jip. Oh dear, oh dear. Not ideal. Right, found us an orc to paint. And it's the orc. The one and the only. Right. Complexus. Look at that for a slap bass joke. Black Country Apex Nerd. Anyone recognise the signature? Let's have a look. Well, that's a nice guitar, man. My guess for the signature would be Kirk Hammett. But, I mean, it's a squiggle. Could be anyone. Did you get that done in person? How did you end up with that? Ooh, Jason. Sharing the latest add to my pile of shame. Death Riders. Nice. Nice models they are, sir. Very nice. Right, I've noticed that this is coming away from the base, so let's start by fixing that problem. You reckon Kirk Hammett as well? Now I want to know how that happened. Get some of this in here. Right. Oh. What's happened there then? It's kind of like the base has warped or something. But let's get the old dry brush out, shall we? Almost need to clamp that down. Something has gone awry. Maybe I'll just snap him off. If in doubt, start again. Give it a bit of a wipe. Hopefully the sponge won't end up on fire like the tissue paper did that time. Well, it's not gone too well so far, is it? Right, let's hope he dries nice and quickly. Yes, I met him in person. Shook his hand. As well as Mick Thompson from Slipknot. Nice. That's the Slipknot guitarist that I don't have tattooed on my arm. He's got a nice signature Ibanez. I think he had a signature BC as well at some point. But I'm an Ibanez guy. Yeah, I got some signed Enter Shikari stuff, and I got a Day to Remember to sign some stuff as well once. But the poster that A Day to Remember signed just went in the bin a couple of months ago. Last year I binned that, because the thing is I get this stuff and then it sits in a cupboard or a box or something. And ends up in the bin. So when you've got it on a guitar, that's a very nice way to get a signature. I like it. I also like that the stream starts off at such a pace of people chatting, and then as people start painting, start making, it all settles down. But don't worry, if you ever want to get involved and get loud in the chat, I'm always more than happy. I just can't understand what's wrong with this bass, because like something must be wrong with the way I put this together. Because it won't... Oh. Well, now he's not on it either. Essentially, I said I was going to paint this. All I'm doing so far is just disassembling it. Right, that's a bit better. I've bent it a little bit now. Oh, the fumes! So many fumes! So you went to a meet and greet in January 2020 at Guitar in Birmingham. Nice one. Just before COVID shut the planet down. Nicely timed, BC Apex Nerd. This has got to be one of the least successful paint jobs ever. Picked it up to paint it, ripped it off the base, ripped it off its base on a base. Maybe I should have just picked the killer cans. Killer cans are a lot easier. Just dry brush silver over black. Done. Sai has finished adding stuff to my new models. Just gotta wait until the wind dies down so I can prime them. Nice one, Sai. Both of my great-great-grandfathers fought in World War II at the same time. One in the Balkans and one in France. Top facts, Wilson. Did they get any medals? How did they get on? How did they fare? It's dark already. Where did the light go? Slow roll. Welcome back to the chat. How you doing? How have you been? How was the weekend? Patrick. Nightbot in disguise. Patrick's one of the good guys. Ballistics here as well. Bought a bunch of second-hand Orc stuff. Nice. They've released a new Orc character as well, right? Like Glitcher the Psy Mech or something like that. I assume it's new. It's part of the Maelstrom storyline. Right, I'm going to attempt to put some dry brush on this then. If we reckon it is dry. If I remove the support, does he fall over? Oh. Oh dear, oh dear. That's about as definitive an answer as you can get, right? Right, let's put him over there then and let him dry properly, and I'll go grab something else to paint. In fact, I'll assemble something whilst that's sitting there drying. I think we've still got a couple of what have we got here? What's this? Yeah, I've got like 2 or 3 of these guys left to do. Yeah, a couple of jackals left. Let's get them done. Get them assembled whilst we wait for... Oh, I'm going to need that glue though if we do. Right, everything's getting a bit complicated now. So, Ballistic, what did you get in this pile of second-hand orcs? Are you going to share it in the old Discord? Hey, look at that, Con Artist posted his signature models. Very nice guitars. I like it. A guitar man. I've heard of fretless bass, but not stringless guitar. Nice little, what's that, an Avenged Sevenfold model? I like it. They showed off a newly redone big robot. Yeah, robot with flesh, which I'm unsure about. You seen any models recently, Slow Roll, that you like the look of? Anything on your pre-order list? Anyone looking forward to Total War 40k? I'm sure a few people around here will give it a go. Wow, bouncing swords, been walking the dog in the rain. Fun times. They both received 3 medals each. Ooh, very interesting. Is this what you found on the Ancestry website, Wilson? Did you find any relatives you didn't know you had? And did you do the thing where it shows you your DNA countries, so all the different countries that you have DNA from. Yeah, it's pretty interesting when you look into all that sort of stuff. You got a war boss in Mega Armor, a bunch of boys, Snagger Boys, Death Dread, Flesh Gits. All you need there is some choppers, and you've got a 9th edition combat patrol there, ballistic. Nice. Stringless guitar is called an air guitar. I wonder what they're going to add for the bots on Cyberstan. Yeah, Cyberstan is the only one that Slow Rule's looking forward to. Bouncing, looking at getting a new guitar. But don't know whether to go for a Squire Classic vibe or a Fender Standard. How have you narrowed it down to that, Bouncing? Is that your particular vibe? I've seen plenty of Chaos Knights and Tau big robots just working through the Tau backlog. I need to work through my Tau backlog as well. There's never enough time in the day for the big robot boys. Wife is currently crooning over Helldrakes. I do like a Helldrake. I naturally just looked to where it usually is and then remembered it's downstairs in the getting ready for the big move. But yeah, Helldrake, it's one of my favourite. It's in probably my top 3 models that I own, my Helldrake. And the Mauler Fiend, I am looking forward to the Mauler Fiend, which is going to be Emperor's Children Mauler Fiend once I'm done. Ooh, Sai! Taking a risk. The patience has run out. You're going to go and brave the wind. Just try and set up some sort of wind block. Something to block the wind, that's what you need. Like put the models in a cardboard box on its side or something like that. On Ancestry, waiting for results, but my sister did. Didn't know anything about my family. Okay, that's interesting. Very interesting to find out stuff if you didn't know anything as a starting point. Maybe we're related, who knows? I might have to have a look on there, see if I can find you in one of my family trees. That'd be cool. Helldrakes, Mauler Fiends, and Screamers. And she doesn't even play Chaos, what it sounds like she should be doing. Yeah, I've got a corn-flavoured Helldrake. I'll shortly have a Mauler Fiend in Emperor's Children colours. I might even start that Mauler Fiend this week, actually. See how we get on. And I don't have any Screamers. Don't have much in the way of Zinch. Still need to narrow it down to Telios Strat. Nice. It's been raining sideways. Sound like Ollie Williams. Now to Ollie Williams for the boatside report. Ollie? I saw a fish! Thanks, Ollie. Yeah, the rain just doesn't seem to stop in the UK. It has an occasional brief pause, but no real stop. This may be controversial, but I've had a Telecaster Squire and a Fender Telecaster, and they kind of sounded the same. Oh, God Artist with the controversial comments in the chat. There's several £100 of difference there. Do I go Terrorgeist Zombie Dragon or Ghoul King on Terrorgeist Zombie Dragon? Bouncing, asking the big questions. If you think about it, rain never stops, it just pauses for a long time. There's definitely a difference between pausing and stopping. They're 2 different buttons on a tape deck, for example. But essentially, they both do the same thing. Slow Rule found out my family is quite large. Okay. Obviously they didn't have TVs. Had to do something with the boredom. A lot of the men fought in both wars. I think the majority of a lot of men fought in a lot of wars, right? Slow rule, I'm a Nurgle and Zeech enjoyer either way. Yeah, Nurgle for the win. Need me 2 more unclean gamers and maybe we'll work on the 4-bird list in the far future. Wow. Building up that pile of plastic, slow rule, good job. Nicely done. Classic Vibe and Fender Standards only 100 different. Okay. That's good. Got the UK National Archives to send us the information. Nice. That's good. But one of the things I find really interesting is it maps out your DNA history. So you can find out you got a random 15% Portuguese. You can get some very interesting numbers in there. War is how my family got to South. Yeah, war does quite a lot of displacement, right? Should we chop some of these up? I'm doing a lot of talking, not a lot of chopping. Alright, let's get 14 and 15. Because I noticed when I was moving all of these downstairs, I forgot to finish these. These jackals, pesky little jackals. Right, we've got some pieces to be getting on with. Look at this, look at this. Got some right family histories going on in the chat. All goes through wife approval before purchase. Although she wants 3 of every Tyranid ever made. Nice. Yeah, I was tempted by that recent Tyranid big box actually. But if I buy any more Tyranids, they're going to have to take up a second shelf. Which isn't the worst thing in the world. And it might happen sooner rather than later. I'll take a picture of the newly assembled shelves in the new stream room. Let you all have a little look. So Wilson has found so far France, Turkey, Italy, Balkans, USA, Australia, New Zealand. Wow. Look at that. Crazy. Very well travelled. My great granddad was Scottish. Fought in the Boer War for the Queen. And after the war, came down here to set up a farm. Nice. At least there's loads of decently cheap Forge World copies online, so you don't have to buy the GW stuff. Look at that, slow rule, breaking the rules. Rule breaker. Naughty, naughty. War in Northern Ireland of World War I sent my father's side to Canada. Wow. What is being assembled? We are finishing off the Jackals because I was going to paint Gazkul Thraka and then I snapped him off the base and now he's just gluing back on. So I'll do a little bit of painting Gazkul as soon as it's dry, because I moved the support away earlier and he just fell over again. So not going too well for Gazkul. And now I've cut both arms off at the same time. I can't remember which one was which. Oh, I think that. Is that? No, that can't be that. Can it? No, I don't think so. Oh, this is fiddly. Fiddly, fiddly fun times. Feels like both these arms could plausibly fit on the same shoulder. Making it hard for myself. Made an STL from Kirk's Necron-inspired Eldar. If anyone's interested. Ooh, interesting. You just made an STL. How did you manage that? Arnold the Genius. Is it just me, or is there never anyone selling their Necrons secondhand? You could usually get some reasonably priced Necrons on eBay, especially from the is it the 9th edition starter set that had Necrons in it? Seem to remember. Haha, you wouldn't download a car? Of course I would. If it was that easy, yes please. What car would you download if you could download any car? Jason, by the way, great logo for your channel. Thank you, Jason. I'm actually looking for someone to help me with I want to like slightly change the logo and have the elements of it separately, so that I can like animate in like the sword coming down and then the letters flying onto the screen. So at some point I'll be trying to find someone to help me with that. I'm hoping that there are some people in the Discord that I can send a few pennies to and receive some help in that area. Because this is great as a logo, but like I don't have the elements. So that's on the to-do list at some point in the not too distant future. That's got to go on this arm, right? Yeah, like that I reckon. I'm going for it. I'm going for the old blue and pray. Picked up the wrong bloody key. Right. Good old glue and pray, here we go. Arnold would love to see it, yeah, I'd love to see it as well. Chuck it in the Discord, man, if you can. That'd be nice to see. Tau and Necrons are pretty limited on secondary supplies. Yeah, Tau I don't see a great deal of, because there's never been a Tau starter edition thing, really. But Necrons, I do see... Yeah, I have seen a good amount of Necrons historically. But only very specific ones. Necrons are too fiddly, man. No cars for me? I'll download a Forge World model instead. Fair enough. Not a car kind of human. you're looking for reliable, that sounds like a real local radio advert. If you're looking for reliable second-hand Warhammer, try Troll Trader. I've never even heard of Troll Trader. What's that, Zim? Sounds good. Sounds like it could be pretty good, right? Anyway, you can trade trolls. It's got to be good, right? I've got big fat hands and it causes me problems. I've got big fat hands and it causes me problems. Oh dear. There we go. Alright, let that dry before I knock those arms back off. Haha, that's interesting. The you wouldn't download a car ad didn't have rights to the music they used. Terrible, terrible. It's already there, is it? Oh, you put it in the models and miniatures rather than 3D printing. Oh, nice. That's cool. How do you do that? Like, was AI heavily involved in that, or are you just a 3D modeling genius, Arnold? Yeah, they're not. So when I say starter box, I mean as in like a 2-army box. You know, like you've got one, the 10th edition one that has Space Marine and Necron, Space Marine and Tyranid. So what you find is that people sell one half of that. The one before I think was Space Marine and Necron. Correct me if I'm wrong. I seem to remember there being one that was there. Whereas Tau, there was no like Space Marine and Tau half and half, right? I've got the Retaliation box somewhere, I think. Oh, actually, that's the one that I started making on stream. It's around somewhere. It's around. I printed some 3D printed bases for the drones. You know the Tau drones, but the bases are like plumes of smoke. Thought it looked pretty cool. I'll show you that when we are downstairs next week. Right. Let's get chainsawed in, shall we? Ain't no party like a chainsawed party. Alright. It now has weapons. Slashy, slashy, choppy, choppy. Troll Trader. This is line 2 from the ad. Troll Trader are a British second-hand Warhammer website that sells second for about 50% less than the Games Workshop price. I've personally bought models in both sprue and assembled format. Nice one, Zim. I'll give that a little look at some point. I spend hours trawling through eBay. Do you know what I've got on eBay? One of the best deals I've got in a long time. The Chaos Warriors box from 1994. That's what I ordered at the weekend. I was very, very happy with myself. Nobody else bid on it, which did confuse me as to whether I'm just going to get the box and nothing else. but it's still sealed in cellophane. There you go, in the 3D printing chat. Arnold has uploaded the STL. Awesome work, sir. Bamboo power, nice. Finished priming my miniatures, not really windy out, so I got a good prime on them. So in a little bit, you'll be painting a nice one, Si. Sounds good to me. Hey, Hexen is here. Tau is either sold by a whole army or none. So it's a rare occasion on a second market. Yeah, my 2 Tau boxes that I bought were the Retaliation Cadre and the Combat Patrol. I've not really bought any... I think that's enough Tau, really, right? Nobody needs any more than that. Tau is extremely pricey to collect as proper lists. The right person to ask is Guardian Easter. He comes and watches predominantly on Wednesdays, but he's got over 8,000 points of Tau. And I think all of that is from eBay. My problem is that I don't really like Kroot, so my Tau army will be entirely metal. How you doing, Hexen? Eighth edition, Dark Imperium box, Marines and Death Guard. Yeah, I remember the Marines and Death Guard box. It's always Space Marines and something, right? Moved it to the 3D channel, thank you, Arnold. Yeah, that's a bit of a cheeky change, right? Stealth battle suits going from 3 to 5. Not an easy one. Just found and verified brother-in-law of Great Grandon. Wilson, you're doing impressive work on the family tree, sir. Hexen, you're not collecting fleshy Tau. Only Mecha Tau, nicely done. Manta is 2k alone. Wow. Could be better, what's going on, sir? What's going on? Come and enjoy some Warhammer fun times. You only need 1 carnivore unit for competitive lists. Okay. I only have rule of cool lists. I have no idea. I bet almost all of my lists are terrible competitively. Because I just buy stuff I like the look of. And I very rarely buy more than one of a unit. Jason doesn't truly understand the hate that Tau receives. Good. You won't mind when I start making and painting them on the stream then. Maybe next week, maybe next Tuesday will be Tau's Day. We like a cheeky Tau's Day around here. And we can find who the Tau sympathisers are. You'll need to tweak it, it's rough, but would love to see a painted model someday. Nice one, Arnold. People get gunned down by the blue people. Tau get the hate because they're so damn lethal. Salty players that fall victim to Tau shooting. Yeah, if you're playing Tau, you got to make sure that there are dozens of buildings on the map. Tie them in melee. Fall back and shoot. Bouncing will be washing their pubes instead of watching the towel stream. Should we go for a head and a backpack? May as well. Let's find a head. Gotta get head, gotta get head. Right, there's the head right out the corner. Get that. Chop it up. Chop it up, chop it in. Let me begin. Now the paint, now the glue's not coming in. Yeah, I think a lot of the thing that goes wrong playing against Tower is people playing on a tabletop without any buildings. You got to get those buildings and get many of them. Oop. Black Sigil Studios. Who is this man in his buttoned-up shirt with a nice crisp collar? Is this a case of body snatchers? Well, my friend, I came home from work and logged straight onto stream as I finished work a little bit late. So here I am. This is what I look like when I'm sat in the office, talking about profit and loss instead of plastic. Complexus is trying to absorb the firepower with 3 dreadnoughts. +2 to ballistic skill on heavy weapons. Hitting on 3 re-rolling wounds and hits. Wow. Yeah, hide behind the wall, hope for the best. Haha, random poser pretending to be the host. Black Sigil is stuck at work right now. Are you in a nice shirt with a collar, Black Sigil? What's your work outfit look like? Isn't that the same thing? There we go. Say his name and he appears. Right, where the base has gone. Right, base. How low can you go? There we go. Judging by this, I have 3 of these to make. This being one of 3. I don't like stuff that only attaches to the base at one point. That makes things more difficult. But we shall persevere. Hope you get unstuck. Sounds sticky. You got a sticky sigil. Body armour, uniform, and belt with tools. Sounds like a much more involved job than mine, sat in an office all day. That'll be the 12-hour shifts. Trying to learn big iron. Alas, whilst my iron is big, my brain is not. Ah, it can be. Well, I'm glad you took the time to come and say hello around here. We're just finishing off our jackals. We were starting to paint Gazkul Thraka, but my big beefy man hands snapped him straight off the base, so he's currently over there getting glued back onto his base. So I thought, whilst he's getting glued, oh, you can't see him on the screen actually. Whilst he's being glued, I'll make the rest of these jackals, which will complete my Khorne combat patrol. Haha, he's Dog the Bounty Hunter. Yeah. Black Sigil going out and hunting the bounties. It's taken me so long to make these jackals, I feel like I've already made them all twice. Good candidates for practicing my airbrush skills on now, I guess. Looking forward to getting the airbrush set up. I bought some airbrush thinner and cleaner and primer from Vallejo, so I am ready to go.
It is dark outside, you're probably not at home. I just wanna ride my bike, cause I don't wanna feel alone. You're probably out drinking, you're probably out with your friends.
Shh, don't tell anyone, Bouncing.
We broke up a long time ago.
192! Hello everyone, we're back once again for the Renegade Master. How are you all? I hope you are doing well. Yeah, not doing too bad, 192. How was your weekend? What did you get up to? Oh. Nice picture, Black Sigil. It's a very lovely beard you've got there, sir. How quick's that beard grow? It looks like an inch longer than when I watched you on the live stream a week ago. I shave it completely off once a year. Wow. Is there a particular point, or do you just have a moment of madness every year? Consider a model holder. I've got one somewhere. Thing is though, when I'm painting something like Gazkul, there's yeah, it becomes a lot more difficult. But yeah, somewhere around here there is a model holder. Maybe I need to get a Jumbo XXL. And for bonus points, why does the word jumbo mean big?
Oh, I never got a helmet, never got into the scene, till I hit a pothole.
When I have to go through gas masks fitting. Okay, okay. Interesting.
Somebody bring in a surgeon.
What an interesting life Black Sigil has. Nothing like the sick combo of awesome streamer interesting job, right? Currently trying to finish my FDM Warhound Titan. It's a pain because of the layer lines, but doing my best to make it pop. Chat, have we all seen the new Defiler glow-up model? I've seen it. We talked about it right at the start of the stream, and my opinion is, I'm not a big fan of fleshy chaos. Never have been. So, we'll see. I'll see what it looks like. I like that it comes with a different head depending on which Chaos God you want to dedicate it to. I like that at the very least. Hello, Wilson's been doing some more family treeing. His battalion was captured during the fall of Singapore in February 1942. Became prisoner of war of the Japanese army. Interesting stuff, sir. Very interesting. Plan to give it an extra layer of undercoat and sand it down flat. Okay. Look at everyone with these Warhound Titans. I won't mind one of those. Complexus shaves at Movember. Yeah, I've got a very little in the way of facial hair. If only the woodpecker cried. Pretty sure original Jumbo was a show elephant. And Jumbo stuck around as a big thing. Top knowledge, Slow Rule. Yeah, Jumbo was an elephant. So did Dumbo come from Jumbo? Good question. Complexus asking the real questions. Forge World models get the free digital download. Nice. Alright, I got to chop more of this and glue it together. I'd like a Vermin Lord, but I want to pay 100 quid for one model. Yeah, Skaven's another one really high up my list of stuff I'm very interested in. Do they do Old World Skaven? Black Sigil will know this. I'm interested in an Old World, either a Goblin or whatever the relevant green skin of Old World is, or Skaven, and potentially both. 8 years, nice, long time. Skaven is an army of legacy. Okay, so if you've got the old models. Is there any news on like upcoming old world releases. Technically they aren't in old world, but perhaps they could be. That's the sort of road that they go down, right? They go, oh, we used to have loads of these models. Because a lot of the Chaos old world is just like stuff that was fantasy that got moved to AOS and then back to old world, right? That's how it feels to me. I was looking at them after a sponsored YouTube video. Quite impressive. Skaven is just the Imperium. Being held by AOS and they don't want to give them up. Well, I hope they do. Well, either way, I might end up buying them. What about greenskins in the world of Old World? Are they well supported? Hey, oh, Lily, my favourite Imperial agent. How's it going? How's your weekend been? Right, C11. Here we go. You sunk my battleship. Orc and Goblin tribes. So that sounds good to me. I'm going to check that out. So what I'll probably do, my new to buy list will be Skaven AOS and Orc and Goblin tribes new world, old world, new world. Had to work all weekend. Oh dear, oh dear. But hopefully now you are done with that and you're here to chill out, maybe do a bit of painting or making. Even on square bases. Yeah, my Chaos Warriors are on square bases. Yeah, Skaven from the Warhammer Fantasy back in the day. Orc and Goblin tribes. Sorry, I've been to the town centre today. Ooh, you got a Triarch Stalker assembled. That'd be good to see in the Discord, Lily. I don't remember you having Necrons, Lily. Maybe you do. I can't remember. Although I can't remember everything that everybody has, right? But I do try. Do like it when the arms go on super easy. Sometimes they can be right fiddly. Sometimes not. What would you like to see in 11th edition? I would like to see new Chaos bikes. A new... I want to see a Chaos Dreadnought, like a proper one. Not this tiny little Hellbrute that we have nowadays. I want a big boy. And yeah, without flesh, please. Can I have a big metal shooty box on legs, please? How about you, Wilson? What are you looking forward to in the old 11th edition? And when do you think it'll be? When do we think it'll be? Lily has got Imperial Agents, Deathwatch, Necrons, Chaos Knights, Custodes, Emperor's Children, and Harlequins. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Black Sigil, keep trying to get into 40k, but I just can't get into it. Love the lore and the models, but the game just doesn't do it for me, sadly. Well, you know, you try these things, you can at least just collect them for the enjoyment of collecting them. Do you have any of the models in 40k? I'm guessing you must have, right? But yeah, it's interesting, like when I watched your stream a couple of weeks ago, like to see just how different the game plays. I think they could really take some elements from Old World and like futurize them and put them in 40k. Like, you know, in and this may already be a thing, I don't know the ins and outs of all the games, but in Old World you cast a spell, I mentioned this before, and you, like, within 6 inches of that spell was difficult terrain. What if in like 40k you could like launch like a barrel that explodes, and then within that area it's on fire, and if you walk through it you have to roll to not take fire damage? Something like that, I don't know. What if you could like lay mines? Stuff like that could be interesting. I don't know, I'm just thinking out loud. I just turned the filter off between my thoughts and my mouth, which is always a fun thing to do. Best we can do is put all the Chaos factions together and legend half the data sheets. This isn't Slow Rule's first rodeo. So long, so long, so long. Put them in the disc. Right, let me have a look. Let me have a look, let me have a look. Nice, your guitars. I like it. Ah, that Pacifica. That's interesting. Yeah, very interesting. Yeah, they're in good nick as well, man. The classic chuck him on the bed and take a picture. I like it. Which one do you prefer to play? But that'll do, but that'll do, bum, but do, bow. Haha, Complexus doesn't want them to delete any more squads. I want my Morkai back. Yeah, give the man his hounds back, right? Ah, Black Sigil no longer has 40k. Only Horus Heresy. What 30k stuff do you have out of interest? Ah, you don't like the detachment rules. Yeah, that's their way of like trying to make it continually evolving, I guess, right? I just saw a load of detachments for the Maelstrom stuff. Haha! So you want the Deadly Demise to do 2d6 mortal damage. Danger! Danger! I won a game recently solely because of my what was it that exploded? It was my Helldrake. My Helldrake exploded. Took out half of an orc army. Sai is finding out why the phrase "blood for the blood god" exists, as he is assembling spiky miniatures. Ah, Kill Team First Edition had some rules like that for their scenarios. Okay, so it wasn't the craziest idea of all time. Certain terrain was dangerous terrain, would hurt you if you got too close. Yeah, stuff like that. I like stuff like that. It makes you think. So Long prefers playing the electric guitar to the acoustic. Started out with a crappy classical guitar, then I bought an acoustic and then an electric. Nice. Good stuff. What are your favourite songs to play, So Long? What are the riffs that you go to when you pick up a guitar? Some of that straightforwardness also came with a lot of randomness though as well, right? Alright, I'm going to fire a grenade and then roll the dice to see which direction it goes in. I'd like to see a Dawn of War tabletop version with buildings and war set rules. But don't think we'll get that, so I'm going to say anything other than Space Marines. Lily wants O'Byron back. Yeah, I remember the old directional dice slow roll. Always fun when the assassin! The assassin has deadly demise, does it? That's kind of weird, right? Or does it just have pockets full of grenades and just goes kaboom boom? Oh wow, Black Sigil, you're doing a live game with Skaven this Sunday. I am very interested because I am off on Monday as well. No work on Monday, so the likelihood is that I will be there. Probably do what I did last time. I'll watch the first bit, then I'll go to the gym, and then I'll watch the second bit. Quite enjoyed that last time. Because I liked all the introduction of all the army and stuff, how you broke it all down. And I learnt about the standard bearers as well, and they actually have quite an impact. I've never managed to actually play a song. Can play bits and pieces, but I'm not competent. Aren't we all slightly acoustic? See what you did there? We're all worth a strum. Yeah, Complexus, have you not seen Black Sigil Studios' stream? It's pretty good. Very good if you want to watch some tabletop gaming in action. You want to see some old school Warhammer getting played on the tabletop by a sexy bearded Canadian man? Look no further than Black Sigil Studios. Yeah, I can predominantly play bits and pieces of songs. It's very rare that I know a song all the way through. And if I do, it's probably pop punk and there's only 4 chords. Space Marines only need 4 more detachments so that they have 100. They need more! Tell you what they need more of. Calgars and Tituses. The dream of a full army of nothing but Titus and Calgar is real. Yeah, 4 Fed rules. I had armies run off the end of the board multiple times. You could even fail a leadership check and just run off the back of the board. Back in 4th edition. Who doesn't love random grenades? From Halo, Helldivers to Space Marine 2, we love random grenades. Bring them back. I'll be editing that footage down on my next days off and re-upload the edited video. Nice. It was quite good watching it live because it's like watching behind the scenes, watching you press the buttons. What was the little controller that you had, Black Sigil? Was it by Steam Deck or Stream Deck, whatever it's called, the one that I've got there? What is the best faction for new player just getting into Warhammer? Hikarim, welcome. What made you want to get into Warhammer, and what do you guys think is the best for a new player? My advice would be to look at them all and see which one you think looks the coolest. Because regardless of how they play, a lot of the fun is in enjoying the cool. Haha, more Grey Knights for con artist. Who is this Calgar and Titus? Come on. You know. The bad boy blueberries. Wow, Wilson. Got a single coming out. Yeah, chuck a link to that in the Discord. Self-promotion. Let's have a listen. All of the music on all of my YouTube shorts is entirely written and recorded by me. Just in case you're interested, hearing a little bit of metal chug chug. It's amazing how busy the chat is. Thank you all for getting involved, I appreciate it. Fun way to spend a Monday evening, right? I mean, I've done little or no assembly. I've made 1.5 jackals in nearly 2 hours, so thank you guys for keeping me entertained in the chat. It's just a Bluetooth number pad you bought off Amazon. Wow. That was doing all the things, pressing all the buttons. I like that. You ever used a foot pedal? I've got a foot pedal I used to use for gaming, and I'm kind of wondering how I can incorporate that into my stream. The best faction is what you enjoy, and what makes you is the coolest. Everything starts from there. Yeah, for real, slow roll. Bouncing. He basically means orcs. Yeah, orcs are my favourite in the realms of cool. Haha! Staying in there for 10 hours. Nothing wrong with that, Si. Take it all in. Hikarim, Space Wolves. Complexus has got a big Space Wolves army. That is the man to ask. Hikarim, why don't you join the Discord and have a look around? Then you can see all sorts of different minis and also ask various questions. So which armies are winning the most in 40k at the minute? I think Death Guard is doing pretty well and also looks really cool. Slow Rule is a big robot kind of guy. See big robot, play big robot, do big damage. Haven't used a foot pedal, an interesting idea. Ideally, I'm trying to get my wife on board to be my camera operator. Nice. The visual director. So I can game freely and she can operate the camera. Yeah, that'd be awesome, man. Song is in the Discord in the music section. That's a good place to put the song, right? Yeah, and Hikarim, you do ! Discord in the chat, you'll get a link. Join us in there, take a look around. So, apparently, Hikarim, according to Lily, Ultramarines Guard and Sisters are doing well. Or is that just what you think's cool? I know Guard's doing pretty well, right? Wow, you joined us in the Discord already. I like it. Take a look around. Thank you for being here. Complexus and Patrick triggered it, and he's already there. Awesome work, guys. Here's my first single. Will be out on Thursday. Wrote the lyrics and used YouTube and AI to do the rest. Mr. Wilson, I'll check that out after the stream. Thank you for sharing. Necrons with Catan. You mean this? Still not out of the box yet. See, I think Necrons... Oh, now it's on the floor. Necrons look cool, but I just find them so fiddly. Wow, everyone's got a different list of what the standouts for 25 are. Necrons, demons, cults, suns. So yeah, essentially find something you look cool and it'll probably do alright on the table. What's the least winningest army at the minute? Most Necron lists are running 2 to 4 Catan. Where do these people get all this money from? 2 to 4 Catan? See, this is why I'll never be competitive, because I don't like painting the same model twice. Never mind 4 times. Imperial Agents is lowest for sure. Imperial Knights at 42%. So stay away from the Imperials if you want to win. Stand out for 25. Space Marines. Beat all the odds and finally got some support. Okay, everything's pretty balanced other than Imperial Agents. That's good though, right? Good to have the balance. It means that Rule of Cool doesn't hamstring you too much. Haha, again with this painting malarkey. Auspex Tactics, yeah. Auspex Tactics does some good videos. That's probably one of my main watched Warhammer YouTubers. Auspex Tactics. Yeah, I think what we've figured out is it's ever changing, right? So there's no hard and fast rule on play this and win, which is good. It's got to be good, right? Right, I need a head on this guy and a backpack. There's a head, and which backpack is it? 13. Give this jackal a head. There we go. And a backpack. Super duper. Right, that's 2 jackals built in 2 hours. So much talking. But that's what I love. I love getting involved with you guys in the chat. Appreciate you all for being here. And every day we grow in numbers as well. Good to have Wilson here, one of the new guys. Yeah, we got Jason, we got Hecker, and we got Wilson. Oops. Glue that on there. Lily beat Necrons in the last tournament. Yes, everything can beat everything, really. Hades is here. Think I'm catching your sick? I've not been ill since before Christmas. Blame it on Papa Nurgle, right? You've got to focus fire the Catan. That is the secret to victory. Tactical Tortoise, stat check, warp friends. Nice. I've seen a couple of Tactical Tortoise. What's your thoughts on 3D resin prints over GW plastic? I think it's good to like print bits for your models. Like if you want your Space Marines to have a cowboy hat. In terms of if you just want to play the game and print some models for a cheap price, it's good for that. Like I always think there's nothing better than the real thing, but as a cheap alternative, I think resin printers do a good job. Printed a cool and an extra, not a replacement. Arnold. Pretty much the lines I think along. I like printing the terrain more than the models. Let me give it back to you, you nurgling. Nah, you keep that. You keep that and enjoy it. That is a gift from Nurgle himself. Just gotta pick one and focus it, never split fire. Or you kill everything else and force them to play with only the Catan. Okay. That's just playing against knights but green. Green and glowy. I instinctively went to look at my Necrons then and remembered the shelves are all empty because they're all downstairs. 15 likes. Nice one. Thank you, Arnold, for highlighting the number. And if anyone hasn't pressed the button, I appreciate you clicking the little thumbs up. The more you press it, the more new people we get. Like Wilson, who's joined the chat today. Or Jason. Or even Hecker73. Did somebody say Space Wolves? Yeah, look at that. Complexus posted his large army of wolves. Nice, I like it. That's a massive flying machine you've got there on the left as well. Big boy. Oh, you posted some Skaven as well. Look at that. Very old book. Yeah, I do like the Skaven, man. Especially those old school Skaven. Knights are harder because they can do actions and still shoot. Always press odd numbers. Whoa, we're up to 18 now. Good job, guys. Thank you. Patrick, loady load. Still need to buy some Space Wolves to add to the Deathwatch army. So how does that work? Like, how many different things can a Deathwatch army take? I don't know the ins and outs of that. It'd be interesting to know. Etsy have primal hounds parts. Yeah, that's one of the good things when you get a 3D printer. You can print stuff like that. Like the bases that I printed for the Tau drones. It makes it look like the drone is blasting off on a plume of smoke. Sai has got to wait till summer to use the printer. Okay. Right, should we make our final Jackal? 2 hours of streaming and only 2 tiny models created. But we've had a great chat, so I appreciate that. C31 and 30, here we go. I think I've already made that one. What? Oh, I've got more than one left to make. I've got 2 left to make, but only 1 base. What's happened here? Something's gone wrong. Oh well, let's make this one. 31 and 30, here we go. Resin printers are actually pretty cheap. Like, you just have to buy a lot of stuff with them, like, to cure it and clean it and stuff. Haha! Just slap a Deathwatch shoulder on it and ta-da, you have variety. So are there like specific chapters that can be in Deathwatch? This is the bit I don't get. Cut that off. How did I miss that? Ooh. All chapters have a tithe of Marines they have to send to the Deathwatch. Then after their service they can return to their chapter. Okay. Didn't know that. Thank you, Lily. Very interesting. let that dry a little bit. Is this a jackal kit? It is. Just finishing off my jackals. I thought I only had this one left, but I've got enough to make one more. So yeah, there is a final one on the last page, and this is what they'll look like. Interesting, interesting. And then that's my Khorne Combat Patrol complete. And I'll take a little picture of the shelves I've assembled downstairs in the new streaming room. The Olmouth Stream Suite. That this time next week I will hopefully be in. Let's have a little look at this time at who the top fans in the YouTube stream are today. Because I found this button a few streams ago and it's always interesting to have a little look. Battle reports, 40k in 40 minutes. Yeah, I've seen a few of those. Pretty cool, pretty cool. So, top fans. There are a lot of people on here today. So, our top 10 is as follows. Patrick. Complexus. So Long. Sai. Slow Rule. Wilson. Arnold. Bouncing. Con Artist. And Hikarim. Thank you all for being here, and everybody else that's been involved today. I don't know how you get experience points and end up as a top fan, but YouTube has created me this list, so every now and again I'll read it out. Slow Rule, I was reading out people that are in my top fans for today's stream. And if you heard your name, that means you are in the top 10. GG, thank you. Hades has posted their models in the Discord. And some have used double-sided sticky foam to hold them onto their plates. Nice. XP is just for typing. Nice. Type away and you get in the top 10. I like it. Let's have a look in the Discord. Hades. Ah, nice. I remember these. Some of these are your 8-bound conversions. Nice. Are you still enjoying it, Hades? Yeah, Patrick, you're top of the tree. Hey, blood for the blood god. How's it going, sir? How you getting on? Yeah, and if anyone prints Arnold's STL, please share the result. I'll give it a try, Arnold, at the weekend. Oh, that's loud. Very loud. Hikarim. Should I start with Combat Patrol? You'll get... I mean, should I start with... ... Anything you ask will get a multitude of responses, but if you're asking me, I think Combat Patrol is a really good way to start an army. It's you can get some good deals on Combat Patrols. I don't know where you're from, but in the UK on eBay you can get a Combat Patrol for like 45 quid if you want Space Marines or Tyranids, for example. Some of the more pricey ones get up to like £80, £90 for a combat patrol. But you get a good selection of models, a good start to any army really, and you can play a simplified version of the game which is called Combat Patrol, which will help you get into the game as well. So yeah, I think it's good. I think they're good boxes. I've got about 10 or maybe 12 combat patrols, so yeah, good to get. Hades just taking a break. Got Lucius, Tormentors and Noise Marines, as well as one last Flawless Blade. Nice. Blood for the Blood Gods just floating along. Nothing new. Still no painting for the Blood God. Ah, it's a shame. That Demon Prince just sitting there waiting. USA, USA. Any USA viewers got any good places to get combat patrols from for Hikarim? Have you found a combat patrol you like the look of? Nerve pain is the worst. Sorry to hear that, dude. Hope you are gonna get better soon. Have you had any scan results or doctor's appointments or anything on the horizon? We need that paintbrush back in your hands, sir. It feels like I should have more weapons left on this sprue than I do have. Can I just cut any weapon out of this and stick it on? Will it still work? We're about to find out. I mean, that works, right? It's not the one it told me to stick there, but it's the one I've stuck. What's the worst that can happen? He does what he wants. He does what he wants. 100% going Space Wolves first army. Hikarim, that is nice to hear. We've had a little bit of Space Wolf chat in the stream today. As you may have seen in the Discord, Complexus has a big Space Wolves army. So if you get any questions when we're not in the stream, then the Discord is the place for those questions, and the stream is on every Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. So hopefully we'll get to see you grow an army, Hikarim. That'll be nice. What was it that made you want to start getting the plastic? Can't remember. Were you a book reader? A PlayStation player? Have you got friends that are into the hobby? The doctor recommended by the hospital was a straight up dismissal artist. Oh dear, oh dear. Not fun when you get one of those. I had one of those for my knee a few months ago. I always tell people when they're getting started to get one kit first. Basically pick your favourite kit. It's usually an infantry kit. Then if they enjoyed doing that, then get a combat patrol. Okay, interesting. My first box that I bought when I got back into the hobby was the Chaos Combat Patrol. I just think they're a really good starting point. But yeah, if there's any level of unsurety, by all means, get an infantry kit first. Yeah, Hades, I can see the converted. And the Emperor's Children. And the Chaos Lord in Terminator Army, nice. Clearly doesn't like having money. Just happened to come across some lore on YouTube and loved it. Curiosity turned into hours of watched videos on lore and how to paint. Nice! Then I very much look forward to seeing what you create. And that's just reminded me, we usually start the stream by opening trading cards and end the stream by opening stickers, putting them in our sticker album, and I completely forgot to do that today. So we will end with some 40k stickers, in which there is a whole section on Space Wolves, so if you are still here in half an hour or so, I will show you that. You will get to see, and you'll get to relive the days where you collected Star Wars stickers, or Pokemon stickers, or whatever it might have been. A little bit of nostalgia for the soul. First kit I bought was Necron Wraiths, says Lily. Ha, money goes in circles, it comes and goes, might as well enjoy myself. Oh, show. And Patrick loves the new Defiler. Yeah, probably be a few months until it gets released. Just going to nip for a quick wee, I'll be back in a minute. See if we can finally manage our third jackal.
In the silence, the truth can be found. In the quiet, you can hear the sound. The voice of violence, the voice of the drowned. And the river only flows down. Down, down, down. 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 The river only flows down.
Hey, by gum. So, did he forget he was supposed to be painting that up? No, I had to glue him back on the base, and whilst I was doing that, I thought I'll put these jackals together. And then, because you guys have been brilliant today and have been very, very talkative, I think Gazcool's going to have to wait till another day. Which is fine, we've got all the time in the world, right? There's no rush when it comes to Warhammer. Wahey! Keith Cheggers. Cheggers plays pop, pop, pop. Oh. That's the wrong axe. What a silly sausage. So I just need a backpack and a head. Keep calling them backpacks, I don't know what they are. Kind of weird. Look almost like a respirator. Oops. Would you ever like the makers of 40k to branch out into other universes and create tabletop games for, let's say, Marvel, Star Wars, Star Trek? So I would have said something in the World of Warcraft universe would have made me interested. However, they're doing that themselves with the StarCraft stuff. I think Star Wars have their own models, right? There isn't much Star Wars hasn't monetized over the last 50 years. Trying to think what else would have a big enough lore base to make a tabletop from. Because the Lord of the Rings stuff's sick, I do quite like it. I used to have quite a lot of it when I was a teenager. Disney, yeah, Marvel, Disney, that sort of stuff. But it has to be stuff that you can have like bulk amounts of stuff, not just like characters. Star Wars Legion, I think that's what Sai is a fan of. It would be cool to have a Klingon army. I don't really know a great deal about Star Trek, to be honest. Could you do a Pokemon tabletop game? Could be interesting. That's a pretty big franchise, right? Magic the Gathering tabletop. Could be interesting. I've seen what happens when IP gets diluted. That's how you end up with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Magic cards. Nice. Played a little bit of Star Wars Armada. How was it, Lily? Nintendo would sue you. Nintendo would have to sell the rights, I guess. It was okay. Not the most glowing review ever. Hasbro has completely butchered MTG. You can get Warhammer 40k Magic the Gathering commander decks, right? I seem to remember. Don't know if anyone's ever played any of them. Or knows if they are any good. And this jackal has a gas mask, so it will forever be known as Black Sigil Studios. The black Warhammer. What is the black Warhammer Commander deck? Like, what's? Are they all based around a particular Warhammer army, or? I don't know how they work really. Let's have a look. Figure it out. Crumbs. Stay there. Right, I have one jackal remaining. Just under half an hour of stream time to go. The black deck was the Necrons one. Nice. Good knowledge, Lily. Look at this. Lily the knowledgeable. I like it. When I played MTG in 4th Ed, there was cool lore being built up slowly. Now every 3 months is Spider-Man or horror movie, or it does feel a bit like that, right? Weird question. Do you think in the future someone will actually do IRL Yu-Gi-Oh! Stadium with holographic projection? I think it'd be cool. I really like the idea of that sort of thing. I always dreamed of that when I was a kid, so who knows? It'll probably more likely be like a augmented AI thing, right? Where you put on a headset. Played Magic the Gathering since 2008. I had a lot of Magic the Gathering cards in the early 2000s. I actually looked in the loft of my mum and dad's house last year trying to find all my old cards, but alas, I think they went in the bin. Sigh. Dreaming about the time Ulmer finally painted the Chaos Knight and then waking up and realising it was all a dream. The Chaos Knight's not even been assembled yet. I need to find a reason to do a really big stream. The thing is, it's been 2.5 hours And I have made these 3 tiny models. Like, how long with how much I taught would it take me to do a Chaos Knight? Elon Musk needs to ignore going to space and focus on that virtual reality Pokemon world. You're not wrong. Let's make this world virtually better before going elsewhere. Right, final Jackal, come on. We're at the finish line now. We can complete my corn shelf. Although, just whilst I was saying that, I remembered I've got another corn model. I've got a slaughter brute to make at some point soon. Never-ending plastics. I need to find out as well why my bot doesn't tell me when people subscribe, because I think a few people have subscribed today. Or maybe not. What are we on? 423. If there's anybody that's watching that hasn't clicked the subscribe button, help a guy out. Press the button. You can untick all the stuff if you want. Turn all the bells and whistles off, but as soon as I get to 500 subs, I get a little bit of a bonus stuff unlocked from YouTube, and then at 1,000 I get even more stuff. I think everyone that's here has clicked it, but if not, press the button, give me a little bit of joy, always appreciated. And if there's anyone that hasn't liked this video, we are 2 off 20, so that'd be pretty cool, pretty nice if you want to get involved in that way. Sigh, if I thought I could get it done in 5 hours, I would actually do it. But I sit here enjoying the chat too much, that's what it is. Probably as long as you're Lord of Schools. Yeah, for sure. Almost 500, that's what we're trying. 500 gets you super chats, it does. Amongst other things. That'd be cool, seeing you guys super chatting. Got distracted. What do you need done? Hey, we got 20 likes on the video. Hades, thank you. Thank you all. And yeah, appreciate it. What a time to be alive, right? Now we just need to get that subscriber button clicked and shoot our way up the subscriber charts. Mr. Beast, here I come. I'm going to bring out my own chocolate and everything. Ah, I can only do it once. That is true, Arnold. But I appreciate you being here. Everyone that's here. Like, you guys, I get to chat to you every Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. I get to see what stuff you're working on in the Discord. It's lovely. Be the next Markiplier. I've never seen anything that person has done. Are they good? Are they one of the good guys? One of the bad guys? Chaotic good? What are they like? What do they do? He would have to make a movie and that would take a few years. Yeah, is he a movie maker? There's not a lot left on this sprue. How have I still got backpacks left? This isn't the right backpack. So at some point, I have used an incorrect backpack. Bloody hell. That's what happens when you don't pay attention, right? End up in all sorts of bother. All sorts of problems. Well, at least we've got the right arms. That is pretty important because they fit. Oh no! Oh, landed on my chair. I thought it had gone on the floor then. Into the pit of grey carpeted doom. That's one good thing. On the floor downstairs, it's at least hard floor, not cardboard. Wholesome wouldn't be the right word. I feel like you're trying to get me to turn into a demon. Funny and sometimes thankful. I am always thankful and sometimes funny, so I'm halfway there, right? Well, I'm grateful for my community too, and we are pretty cool, right? I've rule of cool the community. Wow, sigh with the compliments. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Right, let's see what swords and stuff we can put on this guy. Just going to chop them out and see what fits now. And the rest can go in my bits box. Yeah, that'll fit. Looks about right. See if this one fits. If it fits, it sits. Then we'll get its backpack on, its head on, chuck it on the base, open some stickers, go to bed, do it all again tomorrow. No, that doesn't quite fit. Can we get a better one? There aren't any others. They have to fit then, right? Keep that just in case it does work. Good work. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. Yeah, the one that I had all that trouble with is because it was the wrong backpack. Ouch. So we'll leave that for now. This is why you pay attention, boys and girls. I also don't have a base to put it on. Which is... there's one. Oh, okay. Right, we'll let that dry. Have you thought of content other than streams? Yeah, I mean, I've got a couple of ideas. I've got an idea for a long form video series that also cuts down into shorts. It's just about having the time. Like, I tried to book this Friday off work, and then I've got things that I need to do on Friday at work, so I'll be at work. Just need to find some time to get some of these videos done. But yeah, whilst the thing paying you isn't the YouTube, it's not always easy to fit the YouTube in. So I stream for 10 hours a week. I then edit the shorts that I currently upload. So I upload a short every single day. So I have to do all of that stuff. So editing all of that takes a few hours. So I'm spending 16 hours a week on YouTube just for the output that I currently have. Sounds like this work's getting in the way. Yeah, for sure. Faux show. But hey ho, maybe one day Warhammer will be the be all and end all. Can take up all my time, and as long as it pays for all my food and gas and electric, then that is what I'll do. But until then, I'll just do the 16 hours that I do currently. We'll see how we can get on. I'd love to do it more. I'd happily do it more. It's just real life gets in the way, unfortunately, sometimes. So, plenty of bits for the bit spots, as our combat patrol's now complete. Gazkull is now stuck to his base, so we can paint him. Put him to one side. We can give him a bit of paint tomorrow, which will be nice. And I can go and put these cultists on my corn shelf downstairs. So let's open up some stickers. Anybody that's still here, let me know what you want to see me pull from these packets of stickers. And if you haven't seen these stickers before, you can check them out on my YouTube shorts. And you can see them live right now. Zoom the camera out a little bit so we can see. Here we are. Here we go. Right, get this stuff out of the way. Ding, 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 ding. Some Sisters of Battle is what Patrick wants to see. Anything Chaos related. There are no Chaos stickers in here. That's the main downside that this book has. We have Orcs. We have a variety of Space Marines. We have Necrons. But we do not have water, so we've been forced to close early. Alright, 2 packs. Let's see what we get, right? 4 stickers, 1 card. Here we go. Are there any assassins? I believe so. Let's see, shall we? Hopefully we can pull one. We got an Orc Warlord straight off the bat. Nice. That one's for Patrick. There you go. And what's that? A wheel of some description. And we've been talking about them on stream today. Here we have a Space Wolf. Ow! And our card at the end of the pack is not... Ooh, none other than the Tanith First and Only. Led by the irrepressible Colonel Commissar Ibrahim Gaunt, the Tanith First and Only are a reconnaissance regiment without peer in the Astra Militarum. Nice, very good, very nice. It's a Black Knight wheel. Lily with the top knowledge. Hades, Necrons then, I suppose. Are Necrons the natural runner-up to Chaos? Maybe we got another sister by the looks of it. We've also got shiny Gilliman. We've got a Space Wolves House of Wolves symbol. That's what I call those. We've got possibly another part of that picture from earlier, right? And our card at the end of the sticker pack is none other than Captain Darnath Lysander of the Imperial Fists. Is Sai still around? We pulled an Imperial Fist, Sai. There you go. Captain Darnath Lysander. Even for a Space Marine, Darnath Lysander has led a long and bloody career. As Sergeant, he was credited with the successful defence of Colonial Bridge and hailed as the vanquisher of the heretics of Iduna. As captain of the 2nd Company, he led the storming of the Eldari cruiser Blood of Cain and rescued the Hadrake Tor planet strike from disaster. Well, if you didn't know, now you do. There we go. Another card for the card collection. Right, let's get these stuck in the book. Haha, Sai. Imperial Fist, Imperial Fist, Imperial Fist, baby. Ooh, put that there. Righty-ho. Right, number 16. Ah, we already have it. Gilliman's Coronation. Dupe. One for the dupe pile. If any of you decide to collect these stickers, by the way, let me know and I'll send you all of my duplicates. Or we could do a swap. It's a bit of tradey action. Oh, I've gone straight past the page that these guys are on. Here we are. Oh, I've completed this little square. Look at this. Now we get to see how terribly unstraight I can stick these in. Look at that. That is abysmal. Oh man. I don't even want to look. I don't even want to look. If you squint your eyes, it kind of looks half right. Pretty cool though. Raven Wing Strike Force. Oh, we've got a duplicate again. Harold Deathwolf. Space Wolves. Bottom pretty good, side not so much. Looks off kilter. Yeah, I'm not very good at getting these in right. Right, what have we got here then? Ooh, Champions of Fenris. This is not a duplicate, which is nice. Filling up the wheel. Where's the new guy? I was going to show him the various different Space Wolves pages of this book. Right, that's a duplicate. A war boss that we already have. Oh. Okay, here we are. Order of our Martyred Lady. One of the first 4 orders. Saint Catherine. There we go. There's one for Patrick. Patrick. Oh, and a second one. So we only have one major order left to get, which is the Order of our Valorous Heart. Okay. Right, and that's that for today then, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully those of you that made it to the end had a delightful time. Hopefully you've had a good day. And hopefully I'll see you in a future stream, where we will try and finally put some paint on this guy, who still doesn't quite look like he's stuck properly to the base, but this is going to have to do. I'll have to fill that in with some other stuff. But yeah, this is what we'll be doing tomorrow. A little bit of dry brush fun time. Where's that dry brush gone? Because that's the one I want. You're the one that I want. You are the one I want. Ooh, 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 honey. Yeah, this should be alright. Just giving it a test run. Also helps to take some of the dust off. Yeah, this should be good. Should be good to go tomorrow. Oh, where's the... Yeah, this one and... Oh, what colour is that? I've dropped on the floor. Worst outro to a stream ever. Oh dear. It's all going Pete Tong. Right. So, we are ready to go tomorrow. We'll be dry brushing this bad boy. And having plenty more chat, which we like and enjoy, which is good. Do you know what would make it even more delightful? If it lasts longer. There are not enough hours in the day. I am up at 5:30 AM to go to the gym. Then I am at work. I get home from work somewhere between 6 o'clock and 6:30. Then I quickly eat some food and jump on the computer to entertain you guys for 3 hours, which we have successfully done today. One day I will have enough money that I can just sit here, chat to you, and play with a Warhammer for as long as you like. Make a face, I didn't get a picture yet. I'll do one especially for you, Si. Which means you've got to stay till the very last second. You have 1 minute and 15 seconds left. Any final words? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Now get out your work clothes, that's it. Everything's coming off and I'm getting in that bed. I'll be snoring. I'm going to put the humidifier on and start snoring. So, let's wrap it up and start waving, shall we? Thank you all for being here. Have a great rest of your day. Hopefully I'll see you in a stream in the next couple of days, as we stream every Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, and if not, I'll see you in the Discord. Thank you as always, and I'll see you all soon.